bench. During the past couple of weeks, we have spent a number of days, sometimes early morning, sometimes late evening, walking up and down the dales in which we live. And as we've travelled around from time to time, we've discovered benches along our way. They're like resting places where you can, part way through a walk or toward the end of a walk, sit down and just rest your weary legs. More often than not, the benches have plaques, the benches has nameplates, they have memories of people who perhaps once walked that way. This particular bench here is in loving memory of Robert and Molly. On Thursday morning we came across another bench which was in memory of Colin and Margaret. And each time those benches represent the lives of those who have gone that way before. But they also provide a resting place for today's travellers, today's walkers, those people trekking the hills and mountains, the lanes and byways. In the New Testament, the disciples of Jesus walked from place to place. In the early stages, they were based in Galilee, the northern region, at the tip of the lake, and particularly around Capernaum. And they travelled from place to place, and some of these journeys involved days of walking, perhaps camping out in the night air, resting in various places along their route. And as they travel from place to place, they meet up with people, they share no doubt memories and testimony, they share things that over the years have become places and stopping points. It's a staging point. They stop there. They may have been there before. They are familiar with the surroundings and the people who walk that way. Hello, good morning, they shout, or good evening, or nice to see you again. And that place suddenly becomes familiar. In each of our lives, we all need moments to rest, moments to reflect, and moments to consider perhaps our life's journey. In the Gospel of Matthew chapter 11, Jesus says to his disciples, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." He wants the disciples and those who are listening to his words to find comfort in the knowledge that he is there for them throughout life's journey. The past couple of months have been particularly difficult for people, particularly difficult in the ongoing crisis that has fallen the whole world. And people have looked for different places to go to find rest. They have looked for different avenues and different people to share, to stop, to pause and to listen. And onward our journey goes, and moments to sit and reflect are needed by every one of us. I am thankful for the benches which give me and others opportunities to rest a while, but also give opportunity for those people who have walked this way before, the people who perhaps have shared our lives and shared our experience. Tramping through the desert from place to place, going from town to town, was an experience that the disciples, together with Jesus, had endured throughout their lives. Places and people, opportunities to share, to rest and reflect. I wonder today if you go and sit in your garden, or you take a journey where there's a bench for you to rest a while. Contemplate your life. Look back at your experiences. Look back at the people who've shared your lives. Look back at those moments when people have been there for you. Jesus says, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." There's perhaps a picture of a God who wants to stretch out his arms to people, to take those people into himself, to embrace, to hug, to comfort, to offer what he can in a way of love, that those people may feel that they are comforted, that they are received, that their burdens, that whatever it is that troubles them, in that moment of sitting, in that moment of reflection, in that moment to contemplate our journey, we may find rest. I am grateful for the benches that form part of our countryside, form part of the highways and byways of our land wherever we go. And whether they're made of wood or they're made of stone or just a rocky outcrop somewhere, a place to sit, to contemplate, to remember and to reflect. And for me, to hear afresh the words of Jesus, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Benches.